All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the Chainsaw Bar. I'm your host, Mike. Today we're joined with
Madeline
and
Clayton.
It's been a while.
Welcome back, Clayton.
I've been.
What you been into for the past bit?
Working and went through this pandemic, and I recently picked up learning how to throw cornhole.
Oh no, are you gonna go pro?
Maybe.
Yeah, because
I'm addicted.
It kind of is.
Yeah, it's a funny little game. I remember the first time I seen that game, I was like, "What?" It was like they were selling new ones at Buy It Again Sports or used sports store.
It's like so simple, but it's the most difficult thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating.
I can't imagine. Like,
I wouldn't say it's more difficult than skee ball or more frustrating, but similar.
I mean, you have a smaller basket to shoot it in, and it's kind of a challenge sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
that is weird. It's a fun game. And I thought the fact that it was called cornhole made me laugh, and I was like,
You can't help but laugh at that.
Plus, it's a good thing. A lot of the people just, competitively, the ones that are pros and stuff, that have their beer like in the hand while they're playing, and they'll just be buzzing while they're throwing.
Yeah.
That's a real good sport, man.
Exactly. I was like, Mike should already be professional, right?
Right?
Yeah, I can't throw for crap though. Who knows? I've never really thrown.
It's just about the enjoyment of having a beer while you play a game.
Right?
This is true.
As it should be. I mean, this is why they sell beer at bowling alleys.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All games should be played with a beer in one hand.
I agree.
Except dodgeball.
Yeah, probably not dodgeball. That'd be too messy.
Cards in hand. One beer.
Many a good nights of that at the card shops.
Yeah.
But many a bad games played.
How about y'all? Any new things?
We've just been, I went back to work, so I've just been back at work, and nothing's changed there. Our protocols are about the same. Nothing's really changed in those.
I mean, yeah, just been work, man. We didn't really go away.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. You were essential-ish, sort of.
Yeah, essential to die first.
Yeah.
Did you get the shot?
Yeah, I actually got the first half.
Nice.
So waiting on the second half coming in next month.
Awesome.
Nice, yeah. I missed that day. I should have went down that day, but we were nowhere close to Cherokee that day, so I didn't get one.
Yeah, we're telling everybody come on, so
yeah, no, Johnny went and got some. A couple other people, I know, went and got it that day, but I was just I was out of town, so.
Well, heads up, if you call your primary doctor for Cherokee, you can get one scheduled right now.
Hey, that might be something we're trying.
Yeah, that's going out. That went out through us tribal workers. That if you're 40 or older, you can call it in.
Cool.
And get your scheduled for your vaccine.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll probably have to do that then.
Primary at Cherokee, but there was another number you could call if you didn't. If you're tribal, I don't remember what it was, but if you have your primary doctor, you can call them and let them know, and they can get you in.
Yeah, I'll try that.
We're doing it after this.
Yeah, they're closed. It's 4:30. They're gonna be done with.
Yeah, that's probably true. Well, I'll try tomorrow.
Do it tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. I can do that. No big. All right, let's jump to let's get your mind firing. We've caught up. This ain't gonna be a terribly long one, so let's just get your mind going. The quick questions. The quick questions.
Hard time with vowels today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To fire your mind. All right, the Clayton edition, same as last night, same as 22, but brand new to you. So,
Okay.
question number 1. What happens if or when the Shape / Michael Myers actually kills his last family member? Or the last character, like the Jamie Lee Curtis character? What do you think's going to happen?
Man, didn't he actually kill her in one of the movies? One of those 8 sequels?
I don't think he actually didn't. I don't think she's gotten away every time so far.
No, he killed her in Resurrection. He actually did. And threw her out a window.
Yeah.
Like, it was a bad sequel, but, like, at the beginning of that sequel, he actually got her, and then, she died, but, people don't really count that one anyway, but, because it was pretty bad, but if I had to say, if he actually did only get the last family member, I think after that, he just sprouts wings and horns and takes over the world.
Oh, that's a good angle.
That's fair.
That seems legitimate. Yeah, that's
trying
good.
to ascend to that next level of evil, and if he completes the circle, then he becomes the evil,
Yeah.
That would make a damn good cover. Kind of like the Hellboy ending where he just kind of accepts hell and then becomes the Lord of Hell.
Well,
Hellboy
Hellboy
that'd
was
be
a
pretty sweet
demon.
to me. I'd be happy ending there. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Makes sense.
Yep. All right, number 2. Here's the good one. This one kind of got everybody last night, and it's just like, Michael Myers versus Jason. Who gets the win?
Like Jason, right? He seems like he's overall the biggest slasher, the strongest slasher. Nothing kills him. Obviously nothing killed Michael Myers, but Jason's gone to hell, came back, ripped apart, electrocuted, drowned, set on fire.
Went to space.
And he's still going,
Yeah, that's...
He even died and laid there and rotted for a while and came back to life.
The lightning bolt, wow.
Yeah, electrocution just made him stronger.
As far as, because he's kind of more, he kind of ascended to, like, a supernatural being after so many sequels. And I think, like, Michael Myers, he's still just kind of a tough-ass human that didn't really get challenged in the ways that Jason did in terms of his mortality.
True.
I guess he did, but,
nowhere close.
That's bad. Like, he took some gunshots, and he wasn't, essentially, like, mangled and tore up like Jason got, most of those movies.
This is true. Yeah, he's definitely got the advantage in that spectrum.
Plus, he already beat Freddy, so, you gotta think he's gonna start a record, like a winning streak somewhere.
Yeah, that was a pretty good winning streak. Yeah, I could see that. All right.
But also let me finish on that and say, like, how many just straight up slashers are just gonna overpower Jason and kill him? That's what I'm gonna say. Not
Really many, actually.
Yeah.
No, there's not many that could actually do that, I don't think. I can't think of one. The Scream guy ain't gonna do it, that's for damn sure.
Candyman.
Candyman might.
Candyman could do
could
it.
probably pull it
I
off.
always gotta vote for Candyman in these
but he's more
battles.
supernatural.
Exactly,
but then Freddy
he's also
was,
supernatural.
So, I don't know. You can pick that one, pick and choose there.
Yeah, Norman Bates isn't gonna do it. He ain't pulling that off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe. I pick I don't know.
The guy from Hellfest isn't gonna do it. So there you go.
Ooh, Pinhead.
The fucking miner from My Bloody Valentine, he might do it.
Oh, he's pretty good. Yeah, he might be able to pull that shit off. He came back from the deadish, kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He was a ghost.
Yeah, so that's possible. If a ghost comes down, we got a fair game, level playing field, possibly.
Or another kind of supernatural character, like
Yeah.
Pinhead or
Yeah.
The slashers, though. Yeah, Pinhead's just going to be out there just...
Yeah. So that's
He's gonna make it sexy.
Yep, he'd make it sexy. Alright, number 3. Best winter horror film to watch because as the winter's going on vacation, hopefully here in the next few weeks. Because it's been a rough winter.
Good winter movie?
Good winter movie.
Oh man, honestly, it's not really that old, but I think actually Krampus is a really good winter movie to watch. The one that was theatrically released, that one is actually a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2015, I think. Yeah, that was a fantastic one.
Yeah, because it gives you that sense of dread, like it being in a dead cold of a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Power goes out, and then eventually, like, you're just relying on your fire to go out. But if the fire goes out, the evil gets in, and it's just you either survive the cold or survive the things awaiting in the cold. It's not a win-win. It's
probably like Texas right now. Horrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is probably hitting too close to home for some people.
Another good one, I guess, is the Visit.
Not seen it. The Visit.
I think that's the one where the teens or whatever, they think they're going to visit their grandparents, and it's kind of like snow and wintry up there. And then when they get there, like, their grandparents are acting weird, but then they come to find out that their grandparents were killed by these people that are posing as their grandparents.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Oliver told me about this one.
Yeah, it's more recent too, but I mean, it was kind of wintry vibe, like, because it had snow and stuff in it.
That's cool.
And grandparents.
But it's a good, like, kind of closed in, feeling of a movie.
Yeah. That's definitely kind of what we're going for.
That claustrophobic feeling.
Yeah, like everything's closing in on you. You only have so many places you can go before something gets to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's see. Like today and yesterday will probably end up being number 4 was pretty much just a flip side of that same question because I was standing out in the cold drinking my whiskey and then trying to write down questions in the cold and the wind, and so I of course said, "What is the best film to watch or you watch on a cold and windy night?"
A cold and windy night?
Yeah. Best film you watch in a cold and windy night. Where, like, you don't want to go out at all, but...
Right.
Yeah. It's not snowing or anything, so it's just...
It has to be horror-related, or...?
Nah, we'll leave that one up. Whatever.
Cold winter night.
Windy night.
I would just sit there and watch, like, Batman Forever. I don't know.
Damn. It's been good listening to you, buddy.
Such
Take
a good
care.
soundtrack. Batman Forever.
Batman
I
Forever.
think we for some reason come up with this Batman Forever every time.
For some reason, I always watched that movie when I was little. Like, whenever it was kind of cool outside, and you could have a little thing of soup, but it's not like snowing or anything, but it's cold enough to have like a soup. And I would cook me up like some ramen or something and sit down and watch that. And it's just a fun ride of a movie that you can sit and watch in those times.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's a great answer. All right.
Watch that one episode of The Wonderful World of Winnie the Pooh with the blustery day.
Yeah.
If we're not going to be horror related.
Blustery day. That seems good. That's the one where they... Is that the one where they memed it? Like, they always say... Yeah, I don't know. It's the one where they're walking off into the sunset, Pooh and Piglet, and they always like throw some really shitty thing on there, like it's like something to meme like, yeah.
This is the day we burn this motherfucker down. That's the
of,
meme.
Yeah, that's the meme.
My favorite day.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's a different one, I think. This was the one where Al's house got blown over with everybody in it because it was really windy.
Oof. Yeah, that's harsh. Is that the one that moves him in with Tigger?
Yeah.
I think Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. I think he gets moved in with Tigger. I'm not sure. They move him somewhere.
No, they move Al into Piglet's house, and Piglet moves in with Pooh.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
No, Tigger moved in with Kanga and Roo when Tigger came to the 100 Acre Woods. Apparently, I've spent way too much time.
A Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
Please, no.
Yes.
No.
It's like that that Saturday Night Live skit where they did the Grinch and the Joker theme.
Yeah,
something
the
dark.
Grouch.
The Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch. Yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah, that's what they need to do with Pooh.
They could like make the Winnie the Pooh and friends facing off against the elephants and woozles in like a real horror showdown.
They were heffalumps.
Heffalumps and woozles.
Yeah, heffalumps and woozles. Yeah, but I mean, that would be really cool if you could twist that in like a Guillermo del Toro kind of way.
That was a pretty scary, scenario where it got all Fantasia, hallucinating with the heffalumps and woozles. I'm just gonna say that was actually pretty scary as a child watching that.
I mean, imagine that coming to life in front of. I mean,
yeah, that would be something.
I mean, if you ever watched Christopher Robin, it kind of gets creepy when they start talking about the heffalumps and woozles.
Mm-hmm.
The new one.
Yeah,
the live action one with McGregor.
Yeah, it actually kind of gets creepy at one the live action film.
Okay, I didn't watch it. Oddly enough, because I am a big fan of the books.
I'll be honest. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to watch it. It's just a great movie alone.
Okay, pretty sure that the real life Christopher Robin, A.A. Milne's son, really hates those books and his father, or did. I'm not sure if he's even still around.
Mm-hmm.
Most childs hate their fathers.
Yeah.
Most
like if you were the child whose fathers are writing these wonderful children's stories for you.
Sure.
Maybe. You think he was writing for him, or do you think he was writing for
he
all
named
the other
the main
kids?
character after his son.
Maybe he's just sitting there documenting the kid's day every day. Oh, he's sitting there talking with stuffed animals again. I better write that down. He's out there falling off the damn hillside again. I better write that down.
He's really writing it down so he could take it to the psychiatrist. It's like, man, this kid is messed up.
And then the psychiatrist is going to look at the book and go, what's missing from this story? A father figure.
Yeah.
It's Christopher Robin and his nanny, and that's it. There are no parents.
Or any other adult figure ever. There's none. There's none there.
There's his nanny, and that's it.
It's kind of like the Peanuts. There's never a parent there. There's always just the teacher.
This kid's just in the woods by himself.
There's a pair of legs and a trumpet.
Yeah, that's true. Both of you. That's true.
To me, that was a good childhood out in the woods with my toys and my imagination. But
yeah, being out in the woods is fun.
In hindsight, that there was a lot of benign neglect behind it.
It was like you're at home for 4 hours alone. It's like, let's go out and play in the woods.
No, I was alone all the time. But yeah, we call it benign neglect because we all lived.
Yep. Yeah, we lived. We didn't die.
Were we neglected? Yeah.
Anyway. Number 5. Last question, Gene. Why? Fuck.
Damn it, man.
We just got off the phone with Gene.
Good call.
He was out fishing and not catching a damn thing.
That damn walleye.
Yeah. He's doing all right. He was on last night's show. I'm gonna have to go back and edit the fuck out of that and see what the hell actually is capable.
Was it pretty drunken worthy?
It got drunky about 3/4 of the way through, and then we cut it, and then they kept talking, and I'm sitting there. It's like, we stopped recording. Then they're like, you stopped recording? What the hell? This is the best stuff. And I'm like, oh my god. So then I just hit record and kind of wandered off, and they just kept talking about crazy shit, and then I came back and. It's more crazy shit for about 45 more minutes, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to stop recording entirely. Good night.
It's of course, he gives his best stuff when he's not being recorded.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to use that second half unless there's, tidbits in there I can splice in as sound bits, but that's about it. Because the Dammit Man is pretty fun, and I can... splicing him in to talk about freaking that damn movie store clerk.
Yeah, and we wouldn't want anybody to think I was genuinely threatening.
Yeah, because apparently she threatened Gene to cut him or something. Apparently,
I'm sure I was kidding.
At some point in last night's talk.
I don't know. It sounds real.
I'm a pacifist.
If somebody threatens Jean, like, it's probably real.
She's a pacifist with a knife. Knife and somebody doesn't count. You're not using a gun.
Right?
Maybe if it's a butter knife, alright. Yeah. It still can slash.
It's a
You
plastic
can definitely
sport.
puncture with a butter. You know what? I'm
Let's-
not making it better.
Let's not go there. All right, let's get this fifth question in the way. All right, here we go. Most memorable drowned or underwater horror movie scene you think of when you enter the water yourself. So when you go into the water, what is in the back of your mind that you think of that maybe makes you hesitate about getting in that water?
You remember the raft, from Creepshow?
Oh yeah, the blob.
Yeah, the little ooze on the water. That always creeps me out when I see random things floating through the water. It looks like just trash or something like that. The weird substance. It just always makes me think of that a little bit.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, I forgot about that entirely. Now I'm staying on the fucking lakes anytime soon.
Yeah. And either there's that, and what else? I mean,
yeah, because I went for me, it's always if I always go in the water at the back of my mind, I think of Jaws. I'm jumping to the.
I can't think of Jaws if I'm getting in a river or pool or something.
Oh, I can. Thanks, damn Jeremy Wade, with your damn fucking freshwater sharks now.
I can think of a gator, from one of those movies coming up out of the swampy waters of Cherokee, eating my damn foot off.
Mm-hmm.
Death spinning you to drowning. Yep.
Yeah. Death rolls me.
Ugh. Yeah, because we were thinking Crawl last night. Crawl came up.
That was James, right? That
Yeah.
movie really did make me want to never go back to Florida.
Yeah. Crawl. Ugh.
And I know it wasn't my first pick, but I wanted to say honorable mention. Things that I think about when I think about water, which is the way you worded it to me. It wasn't what made me hesitate getting into the water. But that zombie... In Zombie, the zombie versus the shark wrestling underwater. I think that's one of the coolest scenes. And everybody knows one of the coolest scenes in cinema.
It was definitely
that was
well done.
filmed underwater.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you ever remember, what was it? Did you ever watch Cabin by the Lake?
Did not. I think maybe I did.
Judd Nelson, he's like a killer.
No. That's that one's in the last 10 years, but no, I didn't see that one.
But he, whenever he'd kill his victims, he'd kill them, he'd tie cement slabs to their feet, and then he had them all sunk to the bottom of the lake outside of that cabin.
Oh, God.
Imagine if you go underwater and you open your eyes and you see a bunch of dead bodies cinder blocked to the floor of the river, wherever you are.
There was I can't remember which movie it was, but there was a scene where it may have been one of the Jasons, it may have been one of them. I remember that's another reason I think about lake swimming, because just the exact same thing right there. There was a scene where the kid was swimming and this seaweed kind of kelpy water.
Yeah.
And then comes up on a dead body that's been tied down and drowned, like a dead lady. And then they start screaming, and then they're trying to swim out of it, and the damn seaweed kelp shit in the lake is tangling them up.
Which it will.
But yeah.
And that's, I think that was kind of the same thing. They was inside kelp, or kelpy waters. I don't know. There was something like that, but.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, some kind of lakeweed.
Some lakeweeds, yeah. But coming up, swimming in Lake Henandoah up north. I always think I'm swimming around there, I'm gonna find a dead body or something somebody's ditched over the winter.
Yeah, it's actually just bad enough how much the weeds really do wrap around your feet there if you try to walk, and then your feet will sink into it because the base is so silty.
Ugh.
I mean, imagine the most traumatizing thing would be finding a dead body in the water. It's all bloated and
Right.
eroded by the water for so long.
And you're sitting there swimming into it, and you just fucking, it's right there in your eyes.
Yeah.
Bacteria within your body.
That's why I picked Night of the Hunter. That scene.
She picked Night of the Hunter. Woo!
Yeah.
Ooh, that underwater scene. That's haunting, man.
Man, have you got to watch Night of the Hunter yet?
No, you didn't loan it to me.
Yeah, all right. My actual copy finally came in from the Criterion Collection. I can definitely lend it to you sometimes. It's freaking amazing. But yeah, there's a scene in there that's very underwater. That was her first choice, but it's the same concept. You're underwater and there's a dead body there, just kind of floating there ethereally, or just looking at you menacingly, or just bloated.
That's pretty creepy.
Yeah, it's a great scene. Amazing underwater work there. But
I mean, people used to mess with me, like, whenever we go swimming when we was little.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, face down, floating down the water. You'd be rolling them too, messing with them. They won't move. Then, like, you keep messing with them. And then they finally pop up and scare the shit out of you.
Yeah, I hate people, like, goofing around in water like that. It freaks me out.
It was real, though. People would do that crap.
Oh, yeah.
Mess with you.
Even in a swimming pool.
Yeah. I remember, Nat at work, he was talking about being a kid, and they'd mess with a fisherman. And they would take them a piece of hose, like a real limpy piece of hose, and they see where the fisherman was, and they chuck that real limpy damn hose out, and it bounced around and looked like a snake. And the next thing you know, it's them wrapping around the guy's leg, and he's looking down and sees the damn snake wrapping around his leg, and he just fucking hightails it and fucking wipes out and whatever. But that was so mean. It's like, yeah, I could see that. That would freak you out. You'd damn flip out.
Just growing up, I remember playing chicken in the pool, and I would always have, for some reason, my little sister. At some point, she was smaller than me. She got taller than me by the time she was about 10. Even though I'm 2 years older, she's still a lot taller than me. But she was always on my shoulders, and I was like, okay, but if I go underwater and I pinch your thigh, you gotta get off me because I can't breathe. And inevitably, whoever was sitting on my shoulders, and I don't know who picked, the scrawny kid to always have somebody on their shoulders, but, they would not jump off because they'd just get too competitive. And you'd be pinching and drowning. And eventually, with all the strength that you have in your tiny, prepubescent body, just throw the person off you. A lot that happened. So yeah, all the things about drowning really freak me out.
It's definitely a damn awful way to go out. I wouldn't want to damn die in a drowning.
No.
I like breathing.
Ugh. Yeah, drowning's a horrible way to go. But yeah, that's pretty much. Let's keep going with weird questions, because I don't think you were in episode 21. And I got 5 decent questions furthermore, since that's a fun little subject. And there's no real body today's episode. We're just kind of chilling and just kind of having a good time. And it's good to have you back on, for God's sakes.
Good beer.
Yeah. So let's jump to episode 21, because you weren't here. Number 1. We were covering Freddy that week. Freddy Krueger, pedophile or just a shitty child killer?
Well, it depends on where you come from. Like in the remake, they classified him as definitely a child molester, killer, pedophile. And then in the original, they never really out and said that. It was implied, but it was like he was just a child killer, in the original. Yep.
But still kind of a perv.
Still very perv.
In my mind, I think if you're killing a little kid and you get off on killing a little kid, I think you're some sort of pedophile. In some sort of way.
Yeah, definitely in some weird ass way.
But you still kind of have your way with them before you kill them. That's still kind of messed up and creepy and gross,
Yeah, that is we agree. Yeah, that was an interesting one, because we did discuss the new one and then the first 8 movies, 10 movies. Yeah. But yeah, that was a good one.
I mean, the essential, the heroes of the movie was always, I mean, they weren't quite little kids, but they were teenagers or, you know, adult type of people.
Yeah.
So they weren't like just little bitty kids, you know.
Yeah, he was a teenage killer, definitely.
Yeah.
It makes sense because he was the janitor of the high school, so fucking teenagers. Ugh. But
and see, in the remake, he was like the groundskeeper.
Damn, he got an upgrade.
Yeah, that's why he had the lawn, the glove, that's where his.
Oh yeah, that's why he was able to build the glove.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Yeah, I mean, they made much more, but like people say that the remake was god awful, and in my mind, like I just think it's underrated. I really loved the way they did the story and gave him a better background, and showed the story. I mean, there were some practical effects that were missing, but overall, I thought it was okay. Like I didn't shit on it like everybody else. I actually enjoyed it, but.
Neat. Who directed that? Do you remember? I'm trying to think.
I can't remember who directed that one.
It's like a one-of kind of director, dude. All right. Number 3. It was a kind of fun one since you already kind of covered it. But Krampus, good guy or bad guy? Go.
I think he's a good guy because he gets rid of all the shitty kids. Gets rid of all the bad people. Like, I mean, he comes after you if you're bad, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I classify that as doing good in my mind. Like, if you get rid of the bad, you're doing good, and I think he's a good guy.
There you go. Yeah, because we were on the fence about that in the last episode, the 2 episodes ago, because Leah definitely was like, he's not terribly bad, but he's definitely not the best kind of guy. He's definitely like a deity that's there to damn punish, but it's like there's no coming back was the funny thing. It's like there's no redemption from like being picked up by him.
Yeah, don't be a freaking shitty kid, unappreciative kid, then you won't get dead.
He'll get tossed in the bag.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, I think he's a good guy. I mean, he's not bad unless you're bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I said it before, but it bears repeating. Maybe a little heavy-handed for, where some of the punishment doesn't really fit the crime.
Well, it's a little
like a lump of coal wood. A lump of coal would suffice.
The punishment of a belt or anything, is that really justifiable for what they did? And it's like, why not just go even further? Just get rid of them altogether.
Yeah, I disagree with the other thing too, but that's just me. Like I said, pacifist.
Oh man.
Hey, look, listen. You being a pacifist, I've heard you scream that you would disembowel one of your children before. I've heard that.
Well, maybe, but
Well,
In the most pacifist kind of way, they would be disemboweled.
I haven't disemboweled my children.
Oh man.
No, I mean, like if there really was such a thing, I mean, obviously it'd be pretty bad, but I mean, I'm thinking about it in a comical sense that if we get rid of like really awful children, it's sometimes that's a good thing, but if it was a real thing, like in real life, he's definitely a bad guy. But,
yes, but if it was just like a Willy Wonka kind of cautionary tale, but what happened to those children?
Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty good. All right, we'll jump to 5 because I had a kill count for The Hunt, and I never even looked that up, so whatever. I still haven't looked it up. There's some movie called The Hunt, and I didn't look up the kill count for it, so whatever.
The one that has where they hunt the people, the rich hunt this.
Yeah,
I thought that wasn't made.
No, I think that was actually made, but yeah, it was definitely that one. But I forget.
I don't know the kill count on that, but there was a few kills.
Yeah, seemed legit. I was looking it up that day. It seemed fun. But then I totally forgot to look up the actual kill count. So it was kind of a weak question. I think I had to make up with something else.
Yeah, I don't think it's a high kill count, but I think it's a pretty good, number.
Nice. It's kind of like the kill count in like a movie like The Cube, where you don't know how long the government's been running that weird ass thing, but like there's definitely a fucking shit ton of people just getting murdered all the time.
I think a good homework is finding out what movie, doesn't matter what it is, like what movie has the highest kill count.
You know what I actually would say is probably one of the highest, probably if not the highest?
What?
That new fucking Rambo. I think
they killed the shit out of some Vietnamese people.
Yeah, because honestly, like, I think Oliver said the kill count on that was like, on average, I think somebody dies every 45 seconds or some shit.
Yeah, not to mention a lot of them get damn gunned.
Yeah.
Gunned down. And, I mean, it might still be the highest kill count. I don't know.
It's going to be a war movie.
We'll have to research that one.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a war movie. Because, like,
not necessarily a horror movie.
Yeah, unless you could somehow, like, show Pinhead destroying those...
Maybe not in reference to total movie. Like, what if we said, what character of all time through all their movies has the highest kill count?
If it's, like, physical, like, on-screen kill count, that would be the counter. Because, because otherwise it's probably Pinhead. Because Pinhead has destroyed entire fucking universes.
That's fair.
Yeah. So he's...
I'm just saying on screen. Yeah.
On screen, yeah, definitely. That would be the count, because otherwise I'm pretty sure Pinhead's probably got the number there for, like, implied and then story damn kills, but actual kill counts you get to watch and can confirm with the counter. Yeah. That'd be a fun one to find out. And currently, I think that Rambo movie's pretty fucking bloody.
Yeah.
That one's always kind of felt like that wartime kind of freaking horror. Kind of like, if you were like a Vietnam vet, that shit kind of would probably trigger you a little bit. Especially when it was released, all those vets. Man.
Yeah.
That one kind of hit home for a lot of people back then.
Just a real raw, like, I don't know, mangling and just getting torn to shreds by bullets and getting blown up by grenades and anything like that.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, this is why we call it the horrors of war.
Yep.
Because that really is.
And that's why, like, Tom Savini was so great at what he does, because, you know, he got to see all that shit.
Yeah.
Knew what it looked like.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, he was actually there. He was actually filming and picturing it and had all documentary, so he knew what those sinews and all the little damn nerves and shit looked like when they were mangled up for real life.
Oh, yeah. That totally what helped make him great at what he does.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, he was, this weekend, he was down in damn Charlotte at the damn Mad Monster none of us could attend. Or would probably attend.
Virtual thing?
No, it was actually, they actually apparently had a physical thing. Which is insane. I don't even know how they pulled it off.
It's already been a year since that?
It's been a year since the last one, yeah. And the most recent one happened this past weekend.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything major. They had Leona Quigley was down there. Tom Savini was down there.
Yep.
Ed Neal from the Chainsaw was down there. And really, that's about it. Those are the ones that popped in my mind that stood out. Be like people that get there. Kane Hodder, of course, is always there.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing a picture of Kane Hodder. He had one of the Tom Savini Jason masks, PPE, on his face.
Nice.
I was like, that's pretty cool that he's wearing that.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome. But yeah, those guys did that this weekend. I was like, I just can't bring myself to do it. It's like, I seen that they were going to still go through with it, and I was like, how's that even legal in North Carolina? Because I'm pretty sure our damn allowed people in a venue is still not that high.
It's still 50, but people still do, like, freaking hundreds of, 100 plus events.
Yeah.
It's not enforced. It's set, but it's not enforced. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true. It's pretty terrible. But, yeah, that's the era we live in. People are still going to be dicks.
Of course. I mean, what do you expect them? When it comes to trying to shut down something that's bad, nobody wants to listen.
Yeah, and something that's like in their best interest, they ain't gonna believe it. It's like,
stop telling me what to do. I get sick. Oh, I should have listened.
yeah, should have damn listened. But all right, Grandma's dead because I was a dickhead. Damn it.
Yeah.
Should have listened. But anyway, that sucks. That's the era we're living in. 2021. Like, not bad so far. It's been pretty good.
This year, who knows?
Yeah, we might get over it. We already like lost one douchebag, and that's pretty awesome. So can't hate that.
Yeah.
Yep. Rush Limbaugh's dead, so that's one less piece of shit.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, I don't know.
So, yeah, it feels like we're on a good stepping. It feels like we're on a good damn go. Like
Yeah.
Biden's out there, he'll probably get another couple $100 in our bank account sometimes in the future. And then fucking Rush Limbaugh's dead, so fuck him.
Yeah, he's a racist piece of shit.
Yep. So no
And
big.
sexist.
And sexist. Yeah.
Yeah. He was everything negative about America. Like, all this negative, I don't know, man. All the hatred. Like, he embodied hatred.
Yeah.
Yeah. He totally was he was just a bad human. He was just such a bad person. Across the board.
I mean, human use that.
If there is a hell, I hope he's enjoying every bit of it.
Definitely. All right. Bringing us to the number 5 question from episode 21 was an interesting one. Because we don't know how much cooking you do, Gene. Not Gene. I keep calling Gene. God damn it.
Yeah,
We don't know how much cooking you do or how much you know about baked goods. But number 5 was best horror baked good related to horror, possibly. And if you need references, I chose the blood bread from X-Files. I was going with blood bread.
So like it's got to be a baked good from a movie, or
Yeah, from like a horror movie, the horror genre. Something baked good.
I'll say the gypsy pie from dinner.
Gypsy pie.
Yeah, like you ever seen movies, the Thinner movie? Like it's
Oh,
yeah.
the bride that he eats that puts the curse on him, that he starts getting skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's got a face and it moves and everything.
Ah, God, I've not seen Thinner. Jesus Christ. All right. Now that's that's going to the top of the list because there's a fucking evil pie in it. Thanks.
It's either that or the soul meatballs that Freddy eats.
Oh, that is a nice baked good too. Wow. Yeah, because I was thinking like, other than like the blood thing, like Ginger Dead Man's pretty good now. He's a pretty good baked good.
Yeah.
But horrible movie. Love it.
There's some pretty horrible good movies.
Oh man. Yeah, so that was the last question from episode 21 that was of interest. And
So have you seen any good horrible movies lately?
Nah, I honestly haven't been watching too much horror. I haven't got any horror in these past few months, but it's unfortunate. But I don't know. I haven't been watching much of anything. I've been watching like all the Simpsons episodes on like Disney Plus lately, and that's all I've been kind of watching the past couple months is Simpsons.
yeah, that's a good time. You gotta be in a damn good spot sometimes. Just watching comedy is like sometimes the way to go.
And honestly, The Simpsons.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hadn't really seen much horror that I wanted to watch. I mean, there hasn't been much new stuff coming out, and like other than watching like older movies, I mean that's fine when we watch all the stuff we've watched before. But I mean, you can only watch it so many times before you're like, well, I'm not in the mood to watch it right now. I was like, sometimes you need something fresh.
And that's fair, definitely.
I mean, I guess I could have looked up stuff that I hadn't watched, but I didn't think about that either.
Yeah, because there's a lot out there still. Like they did a Snowpiercer TV show, and I still like committed to like streaming that.
Me neither.
Yeah. Well, actually, I did start watching The Outsider, HBO Max, the Stephen King novel.
Oh yeah, that new thing he's doing.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of cool. Like this, I mean, it's about this. I don't know if it's an otherworldly being or whatever, but it can take the form of whatever it touches, or like if it gets its DNA, like get your DNA from like a scratch or something like that, and become you, and make you look like you did some things that you didn't think you did.
No, it's kind of like the Denzel Washington Dem The Fallen, where the demon just touches you and then possesses you instantly. Ugh.
Yeah, but it doesn't possess you. Like it basically becomes you, and like starts killing people, but they think you did it because it goes out in the open and starts looking at cameras and making sure they know that who did this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, but they see you on camera, but they can't prove that it's you. That's why it starts getting tricky.
Weird. Yeah, Stephen King, it's amazing he's still doing, like, bang-up stuff. It's kind of hard to believe.
Oh, man, I don't think he's done by a long shot. Like, he's got so much stuff.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work in him. He's still got a lot of damn thoughts in his head. He's got a different mindset than the rest of us, but he definitely can spin something to be a horror movie, and I do appreciate that.
He just knows horror, man. He knows what can mess with you. Like, he knows what can mess with your mind and just psych you out with everything, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally fair. It's totally him, too. Yeah. Yeah, he's probably not done. He's probably got...
They got more Creep Show coming out. I mean, I haven't logged on to Shudder, but I know I'm going to start watching the second season of Creep Show when it comes out in April, I believe.
Yeah, they've been signed. Yeah, they got the deal for the second season.
Yeah.
Did you watch the winter? This winter special is pretty fucking good. Love the winter special.
I didn't get to watch the winter special. I wanted to, but I didn't.
Yeah, if you get a chance, log back in and grab that. That's worth like the price of the month of Shudder because that's a great rental. If you look at it from the rental price, it's like a $5 rental. That's the price of pretty much Shudder for a month. It's worth just getting it just for that Creep Show episode because it's a Santa Claus themed Creep Show. And that's about all I'm going to tell you about it, but it's amazing. So check it out.
I mean, I'm subscribed to it. I just hadn't watched it.
Yeah, go log into that. That's a good wintry thing. If you want to be winterized and you want to say goodbye to Christmas and winter and all the cold here, if that's the last thing you watch in this season, check that out because that one was just solid across the board. And maybe we'll talk about it next time you're in. But yeah, that one's loved it. It was just like, that's a great story in a different angle.
It was pretty funny.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. But that's about all we got here. We reviewed a little bit. We talked about some things. And pretty much that's about all we got.
Man, good, man. I mean, I don't got much in my mind right now. I hadn't watched anything, but it was good to come on, answer a few questions, and talk about, or just catching up a little bit.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, it's definitely good. The damn talk and get them touched up, acquainted. Fuck.
Yeah,
it's like, that's all we do is call anymore.
Just need to start watching some horror. I just hadn't.
Yeah, there's like some good stuff out there. There's a lot of weird stuff. Maddie was talking about Sci-Fi Land, about the Firefly series, but then it was all just kind of turned to bullshit.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. You know what I really miss? I really miss going to the movie theater and watching like a good new scary movie or just a good new movie. Hopefully we can get back to doing that this year. Oh,
that'd be nice. Yeah, because get out of work early a little bit and just going and catching a damn early movie is always fun.
Yeah, man. I mean, don't you? I mean, you could do that at home, but don't you just miss doing that? Like this past year, like that's what's been missing, man. Just that takeaway.
Yeah, just buying a bucket of popcorn, buying a big drink, and then being in a dark, unfamiliar chair, but you're watching a movie, and that's it. Yeah. You're not distracted by regular life. You're not having to deal with your kids. You're in that movie theater. Yeah, that is something I do miss. I agree.
And I mean, and getting to watch something new. Like, watch something new. Nothing new comes out. Like, nothing new really came out last year. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Very little.
Yeah, everybody was on pretty much sabbatical this year.
Yeah, and that's why this year, man, if they're open and these new movies come out, I'm definitely wanting to watch them. There's a lot of slated movies on the block, like good movies coming out that are up for like just great promise,
Yeah, We thought Kong and them Godzilla was already out, but apparently we couldn't find it. It's not out yet. I don't know what the hell.
Not yet. It's March next month.
Okay, yeah, because we thought that was already released on HBO or something, but it wasn't.
It will be. It will be when it comes out, or you can go watch it in theaters.
Yeah, and
then in April, the new Mortal Kombat movie comes out, and that's what I'm dying to see right now.
yeah, I haven't watched the trailer, and I've skimmed across like headlines about the trailer. And I'm like, I'm just not really gonna do it.
Okay, listen. Go watch the Red Band trailer because it shows a lot of good shit, and it's not edited, and it's gonna make you want to go. Because I was like, well, I have my hopes, and I'm gonna watch it because I'm a fan. But then when that Red Band trailer came out, it showed all the groovy violence in it. Man, I was like, oh shit, man, I'm about to shit my pants, wanting to go watch it now. Like, you know.
Oh man, yeah. Like in the fighting realm of the old school, like that Mortal Kombat, like a couple days, like a day or so ago, like freaking Fortnite, the video game, the dumb video game I like playing, they released Ryu and Chun-Li on the damn system, so now you can run around shooting people as Chun-Li or fucking Ryu. So that's like, oh, they got that. So now it's probably not too far off before like we start getting in Mortal Kombat characters in that game.
I hope not, but that'd be cool, I guess.
Yeah, it's just goofy. It's just a skin, but it doesn't really add too much. But it's a weird thing, weird kind of throwback feel. It's like, man, there's Chun-Li. Shit, there's Ryu.
In there.
It's fucking classic World Warriors.
I gotta say, like, after just seeing the trailer, and, you know, I think it's gonna be better than the original films because, one, you know, they got all the new ways to film stuff. It's gonna look better. But also, number two is because it's fucking rated R, and they're gonna have, they said, a lot of fatalities in there.
Yeah. Oh, that brings us to an interesting trailer point. I kind of was wanting to ask you about. Have you seen the Glenn Danzig Vampire Cowboy movie trailer?
I have not, but I probably should go watch that trailer. I read about it, and I don't know. I didn't know what to think, but
you need to stop what you're doing and watch the trailer.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, just like as soon as we say thanks, and then we all salute, immediately go watch the damn Cowboy Vampire Glenn Danzig movie trailer.
And I know
I'm just wanting that breaker standalone, you know.
Oh.
I don't know. You know, this is the thing, and I think like a year ago when I joined this podcast, I mentioned that I had seen it or listened to a podcast. I'm trying to look and see if I wrote down what it was. I was listening to some podcast, and they had Julian Sands on there, and he said, I'm working on this vampire movie with Glenn Danzig. And I was like, my mind's blown because, like, between then and now, we did have Veronica, and it was so bad. And I'm trying to remind myself that, you know, maybe Glenn's going to bounce back from that, and this is going to be really great. And it's got Danny Trejo.
What you got?
What's it, like in terms of just bad, right? I mean, is Veronica like just the absolute worst movie?
It's very, very high up there.
It's just that he took it so seriously and didn't have a sense of humor about it. And that's the other thing about this vampire western, is that it looks like it does have a sense of humor and that it means to.
Yeah, it looks like he's seen what he screwed up with Veronica, then just kind of went with like, all right, this is what everybody really wants to see me doing. And then he's like, I'm going to go with it and just go the angle. Because his parts in it look just like he knows what he is, and he's not trying to be super serious, but he's just having a good time. And it looks
so what's
great.
Number one bad? Like, is it Veronica or is it Crepitus?
Oof, Crepitus by a long shot.
By a long shot.
Ugh.
Because
sorry,
it wasn't
Mosley.
even unintentionally funny.
Yeah, it was.
To be fair, Mosley was good. I thought everything else was shit.
Yeah.
Maybe not his best performance.
Look, man, I want to hear him, you know, rhyme every time he talks. That's just awesome.
That's challenging. I agree. Like rhyming when you speak is just like Unless you're freaking Dr. Seuss or the Cat in the Hat, embodied, it's hard to rhyme everything you say.
There was somebody else in the new movie that I was impressed by. Was it Rutger Hauer or somebody?
Was it Rutger Hauer? I don't remember.
God, now I'm gonna have to watch the damn trailer again.
But anyway,
definitely Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
You said it's called Vampire Cowboy.
No, it's
Just type in Danzig Cowboy Vampire movie trailer in your search. Cowboy Vampire.
It's called like
Vampire.
Rider, something Rider.
Yeah.
Dark Rider. Blood Rider.
You know what sounds really bad that I want to see, but it might actually be okay with me?
Okay.
What's that?
The Nicolas Cage, that movie with the, it's like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, the new one that's come out. We tried, that's the one.
Like the animatronic.
Yep. Yeah, we seen that on a list randomly. We were looking for something Nicolas Cage, and then that popped up. I was like, then we read the description. I was like, did they do a Five Nights at Freddy with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, basically.
Basically. So that, we were looking forward to that too, because the Nick Cage is always a goddamn good time.
Yeah, he's been doing he's been on this horror kick lately, and I kind of dig it.
Yeah, for real. And it's like, it's a love-hate thing with Nicolas Cage.
I'm glad he hasn't done anything stupid. He hasn't done he hasn't come out and done a bunch of anti-Semitic bullshit or just crazy something fucking all Mel Gibson-ish. He hasn't done anything just like that level, just bad. He's just been a bad actor doing like crazy rules.
He's just doing like B-movie horror right now, and it's kind of like making him good again.
Yeah.
I
don't think he's ever gotten bad. He's just been mainstream was not his greatest thing. Like, he can pump out like 6 movies.
Yeah, after like his big run back in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, like he kind of disappeared and stopped after like Ghost Rider, awful movies. Then he kind of disappeared. Yeah,
Con Air was probably his high point.
What?
Theatrically, Con Air was probably his biggest high point.
What define high point? You like most commercial success?
Most commercial success.
Okay, because didn't he win a fucking Oscar for Moonstruck? If he didn't, he should have.
What about Face Off?
No. What about No Off? How about Fuck Off?
Listen, that movie, he was so animated, and you can't get much more Nick Cage animation than Face Off.
Yeah, it was like Nick Cage just playing Nick Cage.
Yeah, I seen that in theaters.
That's what made Face Off
so bad.
Like, just his fucking animated personality was on fire.
For real.
Yeah, that's.
That's why you love him.
Actually, he was pretty good in Kick-Ass too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he was. I liked Kick-Ass.
He did a good job in that one, but. Like, outside, like, his current day where he's walking around in different fucking crazy-ass jackets, I think that's his new thing right now.
It's always been this thing. It was this thing on my heart.
It's okay.
My snakeskin jacket.
Yeah, now he's got, like, pink leather jackets. He's got them snake skins. He's got zebra-looking print shit.
He's just an eccentric guy.
He just loves a weird jacket, I think.
I think he just likes being himself.
I think so.
Yeah. I think horror is a good thing for him. It's just nobody has expectations of him.
That's a place where he can go crazy and be normal, man.
Yeah, and there's no real bar for his performances in that, because it's like, that's Nick Cage, but he's in a horror movie. All right, cool. It's like Nick Cage is.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like, all right, that's great. This is gonna be okay. And like Mandy, that was some depressing ass shit, and it was solid, good performance.
So weird.
Haven't seen Color Space yet, but it's on the list.
You gotta watch Color Space. It's pretty damn trippy. Hey, before you do, you should probably drink you some absinthe and then watch.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Oof. Terrible.
That sounds like really good advice.
It'll enhance that.
Probably should have done that with Mandy. Or drop some acid.
Yeah, definitely be high when you watch that movie. You need it. It makes it so much cooler.
Oh man, there we go. All right, that's 1 hour. So Good deal. We're going to wrap it up. It's been a good episode having you back. We'll hopefully get in touch with you soon, except the next episode or two. Because we got Leah whenever Leah's ready. So we'll definitely try getting Leah through the episode 22 Gauntlet of Weirdness.
Yep, sounds good.
But
I have to listen to the Gene Madness or whatever it has to be.
Yeah, there was an acting. I have to listen. I have to re-listen to that tomorrow on my day off and edit it down and see what the hell happened.
I just love listening to all the tangents he goes off on and it doesn't pertain to what he's talking about.
Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff said last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because like I know at one point I was like, "Are we doing a horror podcast?" What? But yeah, it's just the way you go with Gene. You just go with that wild man.
I mean, yeah, like I said, it's always he's like he's our hillbilly Nick Cage on the podcast.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And it's definitely that's why I like wanted to do this goddamn thing, just because I could sit there and talk to him and pick his brain at random points and random levels of sobriety to see what the hell he's actually thinking. And it's always surprising.
Imagine redoing Face Off with Gene in it, not Nick Cage.
Who would play John Travolta's character?
Oh man, Mike's gonna play John Travolta.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's gonna work. Those color face-offs would fucking fit perfectly.
He just like when you swap faces, like he still has the same skin complexion, but just your face, your hair.
Oh man, that's some horror show there. Thanks. I don't need that in my back mind.
Exactly.
Oh man, God awful. I don't think the problem with that is there's no way I could do his accent, or he could probably do my accent for shit.
But it'll be like a bad free version of it, and then he comes home to your house. And he's like, "Mike, is that you?" He's like, "Damn it, man."
Yeah, I think that'll be a dead giveaway for the wife at home, where it wasn't so much in a. Wait, no, they did a voice thing.
Like himself, he doesn't sound like Mike at all, but like it's believe it. It's like a whole thanks killing bit. Like it's just believe it, but it's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably that kind of level. Oh, that's a horror show thought. Thanks, great. That's in the back of my head.
It's another movie that's got to be in the works.
Low budget face off.
Low budget face off. Oh man, like you could just have the other guy with like the face painted like dark. He's like a real pale guy, but then he's got like a damn brown skin face like me. It's just
my god!
And then it'll get leaked onto the internet, and they'll be like, "Did you see that this guy? Like what happened to Robert Downey Jr.
God, yeah.
Tropic Thunder?
He did a freaking blackface, son of a bitch." It's like, oh wait, Gene did blackface. That little motherfucker.
Oh my gosh, dude!
That's fucking.
We'll just like throw like some flour on Mike's face and put a little bit of cinnamon over it.
You gotta use cornstarch. Flour will melt with the lights.
Oh man, yeah. If we do cinnamon or any of that, we'll be fucking doing the damn Twilight spinoff because they'll be all sparkly or something.
There's a lot of ways we can go, man. There's endless.
The horror genre is pretty much open to whatever comes.
Just the idea is frightening.
Yeah,
Face Off isn't even a horror movie.
It ain't even real, and I'd watch that movie right now.
Exactly.
Yep.
The worse it is, the better it is, I think.
God, sometimes.
There's something to be said for that.
I can't disagree. Good Lord. All right, let's wrap this up. Any closing thoughts, anyone? Anyone?
Just watch some fucking horror and Mortal Kombat.
Finish him. Flawless victory.
Exactly. Watch it.
Live it.
You better look that damn trailer after this.
You better go watch Glenn Danzig be a cowboy vampire after this.
I'll watch that. You gotta watch Mortal Kombat trailer.
Alright, I'll shoot you a text after I watched it.
I'm probably gonna watch the dancing trailer.
We'll catch you guys later.
Hell yeah. Alright, that's us here at the Chainsaw Bar signing off. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Vroom. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Whee!